Hi, I'm Chef Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. Here are my top tips to getting the perfect cake. First thing you want to do is preheat your oven and make sure you give your oven 15 minutes at least to warm up to the proper temperature. Next thing you want to do is properly prepare your pans. So if I want to bake a cake layer in a round pan, I'm going to spray it first with nonstick cooking spray or smear it with butter, bottom and sides. Then you're going to cover it with a parchment cake circle. Then you're going to spray it again or smear it again with butter and then put a little flour in it, move it around, dump out the excess and leave it. And that is what you're going to do before you start baking. A properly prepared cake pan guarantees the cake will come out every time. That's your insurance. Now I have a video on how to prepare the perfect cake pans and getting your cakes out. So make sure you watch. Next thing, when you bake your cakes, especially if they're on the same rack, you want to make sure they're not touching each other. So if these were two cake pans, you don't want them touching. You want them to have a little space in between so the warm air can travel through and bake the cakes evenly. Next thing, when you take a hot cake out, you want to leave it in the cake pan until it's barely warm. You don't want it to be completely cold. Then you're going to flip it out on a parchment cake circle or a plate, whatever you would like. And I actually leave this parchment cake circle on there because if I want to freeze the cake or store it in the refrigerator overnight, it gives it a little added moisture. It doesn't lose moisture, it doesn't dry out. And then I cover it with plastic wrap and it's perfect. My last tip for you, after you wash your cake pans, and sometimes you might actually understand this. Some people get a little rusting on their cake pans. So to avoid this, wash your cake pan thoroughly, dry it, and then put it in a hot oven for about 5 or 10 minutes and let it just dry out and you will not get any rust ever. These are my top cake tips to get the perfect cake every time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you become a subscriber. Till next time.